Hello everyone, how are you guys? My name is Akash Dev, and in this video I'll be talking about how I learned DSA, that is data structures and algorithm, and how after learning DSA I actually landed an internship. I've been recording so many videos for like 2 to 3 days, and I'm not getting that much idea to like record more better videos, so I'm just sharing my experiences and what I know already and what I had already done, because all these things are in my mind. I'm not getting enough time to study or research on some new topic and make videos on those new topics. I will do those things probably after I get some time, but currently my focus is to record at least 7 to 8 videos within the next 3 to 4 days. So that's why I'm recording this video. Now let's start with the main video. So let me before like actually talking about the main part of the video, that is the data structures and algorithm part, let me talk about a little bit of past, like how I started and what was my journey and everything. Then I will come back to the data structure and algorithm part. Now when like today is today when I am recording this video, is the date is 1st of September 2023, and I started my college at around November 2021, and that time I didn't had any prior coding experience. I have never written a single line of code before that day, and on that day also, like, that's the starting of my college journey, right? That was not the starting of my coding journey, that was the starting of my coding journey. And after a few months, around like 2 to 3 months, there was a COVID pandemic hit, and my college shut down, and my college reopened in my second semester, that is around April, if I am guessing right. Yeah, it was around April 2022 when my college reopened. And in April 2022, I started taking my coding seriously, like my studies seriously. And before that I was not at all focused on my studies. I was like doing random stuffs in a holiday. I was just wasting time. I didn't know how to start and where to go, what to do, and in that way I wasted all my time. Now in second semester of my college, I like since I was just starting at that time, I struggled a lot to learn basic concepts like if else, for loop, while loop, and all those basic contents, object oriented programming stuffs. In I struggled a lot to understand these concepts, and it took me like 2 to 3 months to have a better understanding of Java itself. Like, I hadn't started data structures and algorithm yet. In my college, the professor was teaching data structures and algorithms thing, but I was not able to understand all those concepts very well. Just a little bit I was able to understand, just little things, but not at like very depth. I was not able to have a depth knowledge or understand things in much detail. I was not able to do that. So after my my second semester of just college just went, and I spent my whole time just figuring out things, like what to learn, what to do, how things work. And meanwhile, in that time, I also made some like social media profiles in various coding platforms like HackerRank, Geeks for Geeks, LeetCode, and I solved some basic questions on HackerRank and Geeks for Geeks. But I haven't solved any question on LeetCode, because I had this misconception in my mind that the problems in LeetCode are way more difficult as compared to HackerRank and GFG, and I thought that I'm not that much leveled up to solve the questions of LeetCode. That's why I was not solving any questions in LeetCode. Now after all these times, when my second semester college when my second semester got over, I started studying more. I started focusing on data structures and algorithm more, and I started reading more books and concepts, and I started learning more. And while I was learning, I came across like one channel of Kunal Kushwaha, and he had done pretty well job in explaining all those stuff. But the main problem I faced in this channel was his videos are way too long. Although it's beginner friendly, but his videos were way too long, and he was like, the language in which he was teaching was English. So I was not able to like understand in that much better way. He is very good at explaining, I am not denying the fact, but I am saying that the problem was with me, because my skills was not that much developed to understand all these concepts. I needed more basic version of the concepts. So there is a channel called For My Scholars. There is a teacher who explains these topics in Hindi in very precise manner, like from ground, like it's very beginner friendly. So I practiced on that channel, and I learned from there. I learned various concepts from that channel, and I watched her whole data structure and algorithm playlist. After watching that whole playlist, I was able to solve some LeetCode easy level questions, and after that I slowly started myself leveling up. I solved the questions from the book, and there is one book which I recommend, and I practice questions from that book, and the name of that book is Data Structures and Algorithms in Java by Hemant Jain, and that book is very awesome. I have like read from a lot of playlists, a lot of articles, and many more stuff, but I still recommend that book, because that book I would say is the best. And for learning Java, I followed one more book, and the name of that book is First Head First something like that. Don't remember actually. If you search any of these terms, you would get the book in the like recommendation or in the Amazon. So you could get those books, and you could simply go and read those books. Those books are pretty awesome, and the author had done a very awesome job. You could learn Java in very funny manner. So yeah, after all these times, I started learning data structures and algorithms, and in that time, I started I started two things. First thing I started was to solving questions on online platforms like Geeks for Geeks, HackerRank, LeetCode, InterviewBit. I solved some problems, but I didn't continue in all those platforms. My main focus currently is only on Geeks for Geeks and LeetCode. And after a few more days, I started writing blogs. I started like creating content. Whatever things I was learning, like strings, object-oriented programming, main core concepts of Java, something about arrays, searching, sorting algorithms. I started writing about those algorithms. And to write those algorithms, I needed to understand those algorithms in very detail. So I first had to understand those algorithms in detail, like read all those stuffs, write some code, and then I was able to write an article or write a blog on those algorithms. So this is how things went, and the things like I was progressing over time. And after a few more days, like in my third semester of college, there is a company called Samsung, and it has a program called Samsung Prisma. So that company came in our college, and it for that Samsung Prisma, it conducted one data structures and algorithms round, and I appeared in that. And there they asked me the first search question. The question was quite easy. I won't say it's very easy, but it was something like between easy to medium levels. It was not easy, but I won't consider it in medium also. You can say it as more of a medium level than an easy level. So I solved that question, and after that it conducted one more coding test, and in that coding test they asked me 3 questions, and I don't remember the questions actually, but I have already written a blog on that stuff, so you can go and read that article in my blog. And after that I got selected, and this is how I learned data association algorithm. So what are the key tips? The key tips is to just practice questions. I won't recommend anyone to stick to a playlist and go and watching videos. I won't recommend anyone to solve some DSA sheets, or you could solve some DSA sheets, it's good. I am not saying that that's completely waste of time, but don't jump on directly to the solutions or jump directly to the playlist. If the tutor is teaching, the person who is teaching you, if that person teaches you how to do, and then you just copy and paste those questions. The better way would be to just try to solve the questions, and try for 30 to 40 minutes or 1 hour. And if you are still not able to find the perfect solution for the question, then you could just go and search for the solution in the YouTube or any other stuff wherever you want. So that's what I would recommend. And one more thing that I would recommend, currently now how I practice questions here. I first see the questions and I try to code them. I try to solve the questions. I try to build logic, and if I am getting a little bit of error, then I tell ChatGPT to optimize my code. So when ChatGPT optimizes my code, then I am able to understand in better way that what basic things I was missing. If I am looking at someone else's code, so in that time I am looking at someone else's logic. But while I am writing my own code, I am creating my own knowledge, and thus my development skills also increases. Now I am able to solve medium level questions in one go, in LeetCode medium level questions in one go. So that's how my data structures and algorithms journey was, and I hope you guys like this video. I think the video is a little bit short because I am not getting much idea what to say and what to record videos, and I hope tomorrow I will record a good video or a longer video. And yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for anyone who has watched this video this far. Bye bye. All the best for your data structures and algorithm practice journey.